Hey y'all, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And I just wanted to jump on just to do kind of an open chat thing. Originally, we had planned to do an open discussion live feed tonight on all of the cases based out of Tennessee, but we had new information come in for us on a few different things, and we felt it would be better to go through that information first, tie it in, confirm everything, all of that good stuff, to be able to bring it all out at once instead of having to multiply it out multiple times. So we are rescheduling that. We will keep you posted on when we're going to do that. But I wanted to just come on and see if anybody jumps on. If so, just have a open chat if you have any questions, concerns, anything on any of the cases we're working on. Please throw those out there and we will get those addressed and answer any questions that anybody may have. And in fact, Chrissy was over here earlier. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Chrissy was over here earlier. She'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's live feed is kind of hanging in the balance at the moment. Many people are reaching out. Super Bowl Sunday, the game's going to be on. They're going to be watching that. And Crystal, greetings from Russellville, Arkansas. How you doing, Crystal? Thanks for being on here. And right now, we're still planning on doing the live feed tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. And Sunday nights, our live feeds will go over any updates, etc. And then we will jump into the Randy Leach Open discussion. But for the Tennessee cases, we're looking at either later in the week or next Saturday, but we will keep you all posted on that. And there's quite a bit going on with those Super Bowl party live feed. Hey, I'm down for that. The Chiefs aren't there this year, so, Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, I'm game for either. Maybe the Chiefs will make it there next year. And I do want to mention from the Randy Leach live feeds, our open discussions, we've had a few people ask us who the fire marshal was in Kansas in 1988, and Edward Redmond was the fire marshal in that time frame. So for those who have been asking that, and I want to say thank you to the viewer that reached out with that information, but the fire marshal was Edward Redmond. And the open discussions like that have just been incredible. So much information that comes from you guys that we may not have thought of, it's just been incredible. New to your YouTube channel, learned about you all from the AWP movement. Adventures with Purpose helped inspire us to get started. Bored one night and playing around on YouTube, I come across the video Adventures with Purpose, and I'm an avid hunter, fisherman, outdoorsman. So just their title and the thumbnail kind of caught my attention. So when I started watching the video, I realized they're talking about Randy Leach. And that case, Randy went missing not 30 minutes from where I live. So watching that and hearing Harold and Alberta's story, and we felt we had to get involved. I started binge watching Adventures with Purpose because I didn't know what to do to get started, what we needed to do, anything. And we started from scratch, but Adventures with Purpose was one of our main inspirations to do this. I currently volunteer with Pope County Search and Rescue in Arkansas, recently certified as SAR Technician 2. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. I have done some search and rescue in the past, and that has helped kind of help direct us in the paths that we're going with this. And I wish it was under better circumstances, obviously, but it's been amazing. And especially with the teamwork with all of you, it's just been incredible to know that there are so many people out there who's willing to put in the time and the effort to help complete strangers find their missing loved ones. It's very humbling and just incredible. I mean, you guys help show the world that there's still good people out here, and the world definitely needs more of that, of good people. And we did have some new cases come in, and I try to get our case layouts out to you guys as soon as possible to get those cases in the public eye even more. And we have several updates we're going to be doing as well. Aaron Shane Key, that we will be talking about on the Tennessee Open Discussion live feed. We'll be doing another update on him. There's 3 or 4 cases we have that trafficking may be involved, and we want to do updates on them to keep their faces out in the public, and we could all be keeping an eye out for these individuals. Alex Van Dalson out of out of Indiana. We're going to be doing another video on him. His case needs all the attention that it can get to push to get answers. He was ruled a suicide, and it is very, very obvious in his case that, suicide isn't what happened there. And the same with Aaron Shane Key. And typically those aren't the kind of cases we would take, but when we got into them, we did not want to turn them away. We had to do something. Certified open water scuba diver since 2001. However, I never did anything with it. And Crystal, I'm not certified yet, but I do plan on getting certified open water scuba diver. And Dan, have you heard about all the trafficking busts in multiple states? Dan, there has been several, and hopefully there's still several more to come. Put an end to as many of these as possible, hopefully all of them, but it has been incredible seeing how many trafficking busts there has been just here recently in multiple states. And in a way, as heartbreaking as it is that this had to happen anyway, it's also kind of relieving that, steps are being taken, things are being done to combat trafficking, and knowing that there is actually something good being done to help these people, that is very uplifting to me. It gives us hope for many of these other missing people. I keep saying many others. This is most of the cases we're working on, but this is like a whole tote full of cases that we're working on. And we have a small handful of other ones over here, but there is. And the sad part, I look at this and I think, oh my goodness, that is so many missing people. But to know this doesn't even scratch the surface on how many missing people out there, it's heartbreaking. So we knew we had to do something to help these families, and we just hope and pray that we're able to help somebody. We've had over 200 cases that we have worked on, and there has been over 100 of those cases have been solved. Many of them were found alive and are safe today. Several of them, unfortunately, were deceased. Some of these were actual suicides. We do have a suicide awareness video going to come out soon. just to help us all stay fresh on the signs that somebody may be thinking suicide. So we will have that video coming out, but it's just been heartbreaking, some of those cases. Dan looked into a few people in Tennessee that hit walls with public record request. Tennessee, I believe, is probably the hardest state to get any information from. Even with the Freedom of Information Act, they don't want to share anything. And unfortunately, it seems that there is no way to hold that accountable, because it seems they are able to police themselves on that. And it is like pulling teeth to get anything from Tennessee. And I've had many people reach out that have been trying, and they're hitting brick walls and not getting information released to them. And it's incredible. I support law enforcement 100%. But at the same time, if I see corruption, I'm going to call it out as corruption and what it is. And I don't believe every missing persons case, I don't believe corruption is involved by any means. But we have multiple cases we're working on that it is so obvious that there is corruption involved. And that makes a heartbreaking case even more heartbreaking. And that is why it is so incredible. There's so many of you that are out there working on these cases as well, because, the families need answers, and they're not getting answers from local law enforcement in some of these cases. Not all of them, not even most of them, but in some of these cases. So then it turns to all of us, the public, to help those families find the answers. Even Fed said they can't discuss open cases, but I wasn't asking them for information. I was trying to get them to contact Lisa. When it comes to an open case, most states won't release any information on an open case. And in all honesty, most of the time they're trying to protect the integrity of their investigation, which is understandable. But when you have a case, and I'll bring Randy Leach up here. Randy, it's going on 34 years that he's been missing, and the family had no more answers today than what they did, 34 years ago. At that point, something needs to be done to where information can be released to the family. That's a long time not knowing. And Dan, even with Lisa's case with Aaron, it's been a lot longer than it should have been with no information other than suicide. Anybody can look at that case and tell suicide is not involved in this case. There was no way it was a suicide. And to not get any help with that from officials, it's ignorant, to be honest with you. You can't look at a case like that and not say that corruption isn't involved. There's got to be a reason it was ruled a suicide and then just dropped, and then fight so hard. And Lisa, thank goodness, is not letting them close that case, because if they close the case, it's easier to get information from them than it is for them to open up a case. So leaving it open does keep it on record. Unfortunately, with it open, you're not going to get any information on that case from them. And to be honest with you, I don't think they'll release any information with it closed. And yes, even when they arrested the girlfriend for it, then dropped charges. Yeah, that was eye-opening in itself. and then not even go into the house and somebody hiding in the house the entire time. I mean, there's a lot of things on that case. Do you all coordinate with NamUs Regional Program Specialist via National Missing and Unidentified Person System? We are on the system. We haven't been on the system for very long. We've been doing this now for about a year up here and just recently got on the NamUs system. But I do plan on trying to work with them in the very near future. I think NamUs is just, I think that's incredible. And I do hope to work with them. And speaking of working with them, we will be working with some other teams this year on some cases. And we're still finalizing dates and locations and stuff. And then we will be bringing the details out with you guys. But I'm looking forward to working with some of these teams. It's going to be a good experience, and hopefully working together, we will be able to find answers for some of these families. And I can tell you that one of the teams we'll be working with, we will be working on at least 3 cases in Nebraska. And we will get more details to you hopefully very soon, but I am looking forward to this. And then going back to inspirations on getting started, another person that has been a huge inspiration to me is Jacob Grimes from Chaos Divers. We have no plans on working a case together or anything like that. We've messaged back and forth off of Facebook, but just he seems like such a humble, big-hearted person, does what he can to help these families out, and he has been a huge inspiration for us. And as we said before, you know, you guys have been a big inspiration to us. You're the ones who push us to do more, and we really appreciate that. We really appreciate you all being here with us. And weather permitting and everything, next weekend, Jacob Grubbs. Yeah, Chaos Divers, that is an incredible guy. If you haven't seen him on YouTube by chance, please go over to Chaos Divers, subscribe to his channel, follow him. I mean, really good guy. And if everything goes accordingly, next weekend, I will be in Atchison, Kansas, where we will be doing a sonar search for Billy and Mary Lou Black out of Atchison. And that case may sound familiar to some of you guys. Adventures with Purpose was actually in Atchison a while back ago and was searching the Missouri River for them. But we have a few ponds and smaller bodies of water that we're going to be searching. One of these is not very far from where the residence was and is actually in the direction they were seen driving in the last time that they were seen. So fingers crossed, we will be out there on Saturday and doing a sonar search and seeing if we can find them. Hey, Jennifer found a location where the footprints went to. Hey, Dan, I'm very interested to hear that. What mapping systems do you all use to keep tracking on data, collection info, areas searched? I actually use an app called HuntStand, and the reason I use it is I used it for my hunting and fishing and stuff like that. I just converted it over to our search and recovery. And I mean, we can look off a satellite, look at the ground. We can put our markers in all the locations, type in all the information on, you know, what we found, is it clear? Do we need to research it? If we haven't searched it, we keep it all color coded, and we're able to put all of our details into that. And then Megan, Chrissy, and I were able to each go on our own computer or cell phones or whatever, the three of us, and we're able to all three work on that as well. And with that, we're also, if we're out on a search, I'm able, because if I go on a search by myself, which I've done a few times, I'm able to keep track on there of where I am for safety. And I mean, it's got a lot of features like that. So I use Hunt Stand, and it's worked really great for us. And I just sent to you. Thank you, Dan. And guys, my voice keeps going on me a little bit. This last time with COVID, the congestion and all of that stuff really got me, and I still lose my voice now and then and have coughing fits and all that good stuff, but doing so much better. Chrissy's doing very well too. She's feeling a lot better. And I don't know if she will be with us Saturday when we go out to do the search. I believe she'll be at work. But hopefully, if she's not at work, then she'll be out with us on the search. And I'm looking forward to getting out there and doing that sonar search. And we'll be bringing you guys along with us on that search. We've also got multiple areas. We'll be searching for Randy Leach, for Crystal Kipper, and just a whole list of searches coming up. And again, if you have any locations on any of these cases you would like us to search, please reach out to us. I always put my phone number and my email down in the video descriptions. You can call, text, email. We will get those locations on our list and get out there to search them. Search and rescue typically uses. Yeah, and I've checked that out, and we will eventually likely move over to that. But for right now, the Hunt Stand has really worked good for us so far. And we do plan on getting down to, excuse me, we do plan on going down to Indiana this year. And we've got multiple Indiana, we've got Karina McClurkin. We will be doing some searches on. We will be doing an evidence search on Alex Van Dalson's case. We plan to go to Tennessee, where there is multiple searches we will be doing in Tennessee. There's several searches across Missouri we will be on this year. We will be in Nebraska this year. We will be all across Kansas this year. And I want to get down to Oklahoma and possibly Colorado this year. And these are in the plans for this year. If a case comes up that takes precedence for whatever reason, we will be going and doing that. And so we got several road trips basically we will be going on this year, and several cases here local we'll be working on as well. Hope you two get well soon. Thank you, Rose. And familiar with the Lost Person Behavior Book app? Crystal, that I am not. I will have to look into that. And thank you, Crystal. I will definitely look into that. And Dan, when you come here, I'm willing to help. Dan, I was hoping you'd say that because when I come there, I definitely want to meet you. Those who are newer may not know Dan has been a tremendous help when it comes to these cases. Very knowledgeable, big heart, just wanting to help these families. And he has been just incredible. And I thought Megan would have ended up coming down. Megan is still camera shy. I get in trouble when I say that, but she's still camera shy, but she is starting to come out of it. When I was sick with COVID recently, she actually come on and done a couple layouts and updates and stuff. And I love it that Megan is a part of this. Those who are newer, Megan's my fiance and just a huge part of this. And just, she's so incredible. Love her to death. And then Chrissy is actually Megan's sister. And we have a couple other people here locally, or small handful, that if we need them to come assist us on a search or something, they'll be coming with us. And you'll meet them on here. You met one a while back ago, Damien. He pops up in our comments now and then. He will likely be joining us on a search for Justin Seawick out of Kansas City, Kansas. And Crystal, there's three of us that are the three focal, but we do have the small handful that we can call in as needed. And Dan, they still haven't had anything new on Molly case, which is, that would be the Molly Miller and Colt Haynes case out of Oklahoma. And that one, my opinion, is they should have been found a long time ago. But that is another one that we do plan on going out and doing some searches on. But that one, there's so many things going on with that case as well from many different angles. But that one, I'm surprised there hasn't been any answers at this point. And also that one, there was corruption involved. In fact, a sheriff at the time was actually arrested for corruption. And the corruption charges were based off of this case. But even then, to me, that should have opened up more, which should have led to answers. But it's mind-boggling. And I apologize, guys. My phone has been going crazy on me. There was another case. Summer Wells, we do want to do an open discussion video on hers. And when we do, I want to be very careful that it doesn't turn into a witch hunt, for lack of better words. When we do our open discussion on these cases, we don't want to use that to call out who we think may be involved, etc. But we want to focus more on where the individual may be, where we need to search, etc. And Dan says it's to the point I might reach out to the DOJ on Molly Miller and Colt Haynes. And Don Wells is in jail. Yes, I did read that he he pled guilty to violating his parole when he had the DUI, and he is in jail now. And that's one of those cases that if the family was not involved and they are innocent, I couldn't imagine everything that they've gone through. If they're not innocent, then they had it coming, I guess. And I don't know a better way to put it. But if they were innocent, then I couldn't imagine what all they've gone through. And I had my personal theories on that. And I usually don't like to go real deep into that because they are just theories. And I don't want a theory that I have getting pushed around as a fact when it's a theory. So I try to be mindful of that. But that case, even I have so many theories in this one that you really don't know what path to go on. I'm just glad the other kids are safe. Exactly, 100%. And Summer was just such a beautiful little girl. And then Summer, you go up to Idaho, you've got he was 5 years old, Michael Vaughn, that law enforcement have come out now and said that they believe that he has been abducted, and Michael is still missing. And he's such a good looking little boy, and it's just heartbreaking these are happening to our kids. And do y'all have specific contacts within the state of Arkansas for cold cases? In Arkansas, we do not. And in fact, we still have a couple cases we're working on that is out of the state of Arkansas. But we don't have a specific contact in Arkansas for cold cases. And Crystal, in fact, most of the cases that come into us, either a family member contacts us or one of the viewers contacts us and asks us to look into a case. And then there's some cases that we'll come up on and decide to jump in to see if we can help on them. But the majority of our cases, either a family member or one of our viewers have reached out to us on them. I have to, and Crystal, I will go through our cases and see which ones we have from Arkansas and try to get those names over to you as well. And again, guys, I want to throw out the name for Kansas Missing and Unsolved. They do more cases than just Kansas, but they have the live Facebook podcast. I believe it's Tuesday nights and Thursday nights on Facebook. And they share the flyers and share the cases, do an incredible job with that. And they cover cases from all across the United States. So please go over and check them out. And then anything new on Seawick case. We're not getting anything new on that case, but we have found a few more locations of interest that we will be going out and searching. And some of those is Damien will end up joining us out on those searches. But I think we're up to 6 different locations now that we're going to be searching for him. And Crystal, absolutely. The more people that work on these cases, the better the odds of these individuals being found. And Dan, that location that you sent us on Justin Seawick, I can let you know that will be the very first place that we search when we're down there searching for him. That one that has a lot of things going for it as far as that particular location, where it's at, and everything that, we feel really strong about that one. And that'll be the first location we look at. And Zeta Gordon is another one we will be searching on out of Atchison, Kansas. And her husband was a senator for a while, and he ended up committing suicide a little ways down the road. And where he committed suicide, it's kind of intriguing. And so we're working to get permission from the property owner there to be able to go in to do a search on that property. Come say hi. Come say hi. I'm trying to get Megan to come over and say hi. She's coming over. We have somebody new to the channel. Crystal is from Arkansas.
Hi.
And Laura, how are you doing? We just been chatting a little bit about some of these cases and just chatting away.
I've been painting a Valentine's box.
And I haven't talked about you none at all. None whatsoever. So don't go back and rewatch this.
Okay.
Laura, I'm glad to hear that. Saying last Sunday when we done our live feed and our Randy Leach open discussion, we had some technical difficulties. Our Wi-Fi started messing up, so we had to restart the live feed. Thankfully, it seems like we've got that fixed, so we should be good moving forward from there.
Yeah.
That was getting quite interesting there for a while.
Wi-Fi kept going out, so.
Tex wanted to come down and say hi too. And Crystal and the others that are new, Tex always has to come in and get his camera time as well. He gets jealous.
Yep.
So with that, I will probably be shutting the live feed down pretty quick.
Hi, Crystal.
And right now, the plans are still on to do the live feed tomorrow night and jump over to the Randy Leach's open discussion. Mm-hmm. That'll be at 7:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, I'm late, but I've been hoping to catch you all live. Zane, we'll be doing, hey, Missy, how are you? And I had a question.
What's up, Missy?
And we will be doing our open discussion Randy Leach case tomorrow night on top of the regular live feed.
God, I hate this light. I am like translucent. No, it's fine.
Does that help?
Oh, it works.
I'm actually down in Megan's workshop. And Tracy, it'll be at 7:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night.
I thought we changed the time. I thought we changed the time.
To what time?
I don't know, because Super Bowl's at 5.
I'll catch the end of the Super Bowl maybe, but we should be good.
Okay.
Did Steve Doherty have blonde hair or sandy blonde hair? Hey, where's my Arby's?
I'm not.
I'm gonna have
sure.
to look back on that to see because I don't know right off if he did.
I don't know. He always wears cowboy hats, so I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I have to look back and look into that and get that answer for you, Missy. But I'll let you know as soon as we find something on that.
Did I miss anything pressing?
And Crystal is currently volunteering with Pope County Search and Rescue in Arkansas, certified as R2 technician.
That's awesome.
And she's an open water scuba diver.
That is awesome, Crystal.
As far as like chaos divers and stuff, we haven't yet. And we have some other teams that we will be teaming up with this year. Chaos Divers is not one of those. I wish it was. Hopefully one day it will be. But we do have some other teams that we will be teaming up with this year. And as soon as we've got all the details mashed out, us and them, then we will be releasing that publicly with you guys. And the other half is with you now.
Yep, I'm here now.
John Gate. Thank you very much, John.
Colt. Okay, if you ever need a place to park it. Okay.
And thank you, Tracy. We do have some cases up in Ohio that I want to make it up to do some searches on as well. And how is you all's weather?
The weather is beautiful right now, except it's just cold. That's just for a couple days, then it's going to warm up again.
Yeah, looking outside today, it was so gorgeous till you went out there. And granted, I mean, 31, 32 degrees wasn't too bad, but it was chilly.
We've had 50s the last weeks, and going down to 30 kind of sucked, but you know.
See, we're supposed to be 60.
I think we're supposed to be almost 70 on Wednesday. But this is Kansas. That'll change in about an hour.
Ours was nice, but it's supposed to be nasty tomorrow. I'm ready for winter to be over.
Yeah.
We have so many searches coming up that I want the weather to be nice and we can get out there and get these searches done.
A lot of my flower bulbs are already starting to pop through the ground, so spring's here for me. I'm ready for it.
Dane says Oklahoma is the same way.
Yep.
And Dan let us know there's still nothing new on Molly Miller, Colt Haynes case.
Go figure.
And Crystal, we have some cases that are out of Arkansas that she's volunteered to look at and look into on those, see what she can come up with. So we will get those sent over to her. And how many scuba divers? None. The three of us aren't certified. I do plan on getting certified later this year, but we do have some divers in the area that we can call in when needed. And we'll be doing that route until we are certified, and we'll be diving as well. And even then, some of these divers, they're still going to want to come out and dive too. So definitely open to that as well. And thank you very much, Tracy.
Wish I could move.
And you guys see us writing a lot during our live feeds and stuff, we take notes through our live feeds, or we'll think of something and we'll write it down so we don't forget. And normally I've got a list of notes that I kind of go off on our videos and live feeds, but tonight I didn't do that. Just it was a spur of the moment thing and wanted to jump on here, and you guys have been incredible jumping on here as well. And Dan, I want to get in contact with you very soon to discuss some stuff on one of the cases that we've gone over before. And then Mark.
From New York.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Mark.
Sorry, Mark. I was talking to Mike earlier and names are jumping back and forth. But Mark, I still want to get in contact with you to discuss what we had been messaging about. So when you get a chance, go ahead and get a hold of me. It doesn't seem like OSBI is really digging into Molly's case. They are involved, but nothing has changed on their website. And that is one of the cases that I thought that they would have solved a while back. So guys, we're going to go ahead and cut this live feed on off, and we will be back on a live feed tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And if there's any updates left to give after tonight, we'll do those. And then we'll jump straight into the Randy Leach open discussion. If by chance on one of those live feeds like the Randy Leach open discussion, if you have a question on another case, absolutely feel free to bring that up and we will get that addressed as well. And you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. So with that, those that donated, thank you very much for that. Again, the memberships are also open on the channel. And until we see you guys tomorrow night, you guys stay safe and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.